Now, let's be honest. Idol making isn't even a thing anymore.
I'll make my own decisions. What a stupid thing to say. Lord, I need you every day.
Let's talk about the 10 Commandments. Let's read that first. Do not make for yourself an idol, whether in the shape of anything in the heavens above, or on the earth below, or in the waters under the earth. Do not bow and worship to them, and do not serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. There are a few words used in the Bible for the word idol. Eidolon, an image for worship, by implication a false god. Thayer's Greek lexicon says this of eidolon: an image, likeness, whatever represents the form of an object, either real or imaginary, used of the shades of the departed in Homer, of apparitions, specters, phantoms of the mind, in biblical writings. The image of a heathen god, a false god. Pasil, from pakal, an idol, carved, graven image, quarry, made of stone. Brown Driver Briggs says this of pasil: idol, image, as likeness of man or animal. Teraphim, a kind of idol, perhaps a household idol. Atzab, an idolatrous image, idol, image. There's also Galul, from Galal, properly a log, as round, by implication an idol. So maybe the wooden idols. Another word used for idol in the Bible is temuna. Brown Driver Briggs says this of temuna: likeness, form, representation, form, semblance of, and Strong's Exhaustive Concordance says this: image, likeness, similitude. Or temuna, something portioned out as a shape, phantom, or specifically embodiment, or figuratively manifestation of, image, likeness, similitude. Oxford Languages says this of the word idol: an image or representation of a god, little g, used as an object of worship, a person or thing that is greatly admired or revered. And Dictionary.com says this of idol: an image or other material object representing a deity to which religious worship is addressed. In the Bible, an image of a deity other than God, the deity itself. Any person or thing regarded with blind admiration, adoration, or devotion. A mere image or semblance of something, visible but without substance, as a phantom. A figment of the mind, fantasy. A false conception or notion, fallacy. And Merriam-Webster says this: an object of extreme devotion, a representation or symbol of an object of worship, a likeness of something, a false conception, a form or appearance visible but without substance. I suppose you could just say, a god of our own making. When I believe something to be God or an attribute of God, but the Bible says it's not, or if I tweak things in the Bible to make God seem a little bit more like I think, that's a God of my own making. And let's think of it this way. If I have a friend that I've had for 30 years and she claims that I am an avid sports fan who really likes to pick people up on the side of the road and take them wherever they want to go. That's a Nikki of her own making. That's not me, just because she wants it to be me. Have I watched sports? Yeah, a bunch of times over the past couple decades, because my husband used to be a football fan. I also played soccer in my younger years. And what I mean by played soccer is I did gymnastics in the background while they were on the other side of the field to entertain myself. I was the last person picked for sports teams growing up. It always came down to me and Monty Willoughby. Monty wasn't very good at sports either, and they would look at their choices and go, all right, we'll take Monty. Yeah. Have I picked up random people from the side of the road? Okay, oddly enough, I did do this the other day. There was a lady who was chasing her dog, and she flagged me down desperately, and she said, I'm handicapped and I can't walk anymore. Could you help me out, please? I live right up the road. And so, yeah, I let her and her dog get in my car, and I took them to their house because I could see that she was physically struggling. But is that something I do all the time? Just because I did it? Does that describe me? No. My point is, just because somebody says the Bible says something, doesn't mean it's so. Especially when you look at the Bible and it says the opposite. This is why it's so important to double check what people are saying against the Bible. That's our standard of authority. And the Bible is crystal clear on who God is. We can't actually change who God is just because we don't like what the Bible says about him, or when we don't agree with what the Bible says about him. That's just not possible.
We were made to love, we were made to give. The reason why we're here, the reason why he
And
gave
as
us
always,
life.
if you haven't already, hit that
We were made
subscribe
to
button
show
right
the
there
love of
and
Christ. We
click
know
the bell
this is why
for
we're
notifications.
here. This is why
And
he gave us
make sure to hit that like button too. And
So
I
let
will
his
see
love
you
shine
next
through
time.
in everything
Maranatha.
we do. It's all for love.